this is a figure I really wanted to talk about, and I teased in my last video. But yeah, it's Dark of the Moon, Studio Series Thundercracker. Um, yeah. This time I actually do have a script, but just a little information before I start review. Thundercracker is actually a retool of the Last Night Nitro Zeus, and Hasbro retooled it for Studio Series KSI drone and obviously Thundercracker. Um, just has a little fun tidbit. I actually have a fan mode for this because before I start to like write down what I like and dislike about the figure, um, something I didn't like is that I thought it was too blatant. Like I didn't like that it was. I like Nitro Zeus, but I didn't like this part. So what I would do as a fan mode would be I would open this and oh boy, all right, let me get that. I picked the piece up. I have a really weird setup, so it's kind of hard for me to get it because I have a box on my lap. I'm not even gonna lie. But this part comes off really easily for both, but it's really easy to like put back on also. So what I do is I just put this straight, and I do the same thing with the other side. Hopefully I don't drop it again. Oh, it came off. Yeah, it has a problem. That's I think one of the biggest critiques I have with the figure. But basically, I get these, put it here. Let me show it better. Put it there. And there. And in my opinion, that looks a lot better. But yeah, that will be my fan mode of it. But yeah. Well, I should probably start with a review. Alrighty, so right now I'm gonna talk about the deco, which is the paint job. I am gonna compare it to the G1 Thundercracker, and my goodness, do I think this do a good job. I think it does a really good job of capturing G1 Thundercracker with a Michael Bay aesthetic. I saw a lot of people didn't like the face, which it's like a spider face, but I dig it. I dig it. But this really does show what a Michael Bay Thundercracker will be, and I think it's a lot better than just a blue star screen. But yeah, well, that's the quality of it. All right, I'm gonna go over the quality of the figure, and in my opinion, well, from where I've had it, I have a few Studio Series figures, and this one seems to be one of the ones that's the most sturdiest, and I move it around and I feel like I'm not gonna break it that easily, though it does have some problems with some pieces not connecting right and like moving coming off too easily. Mine personally like that, but you could kind of use it as like a mine always comes off like that, but mine has a specific problem where this part doesn't like connect, but I kind of use it if I want to make them like kneel or stuff like that, but I wish that was better. This, despite feeling like sturdy enough, it feels too outdated in my opinion. Which I'll go more in detail why think it's a little outdated. And when I go talk about the articulation, but I think the quality of it's pretty good. The paint job is paint job. It's wonderful. You'll see it better in vehicle mode, but I think it's just great overall. Um, yeah, I think the reason I feel like it's a little outdated, it's due to the fact that it's a retool of Nitro Zeus, and that figure's kind of like not even part of the Studio Series line. So yeah, that's what I think about the quality of it and the paint job. Alrighty, so I put the wings back to how they originally are, just to show the wing articulation, but not now. That'll be later on. But he has a head swivel, go full 360 around the head, and you could go back them. Well, depends on if you push this down, but you could basically put his head back a little bit and then back forward, but that's due to transformation. But for his legs, you can also move this around, but for his legs, he could go this much forward, and without the back part of the jet, you can move it this much back. His knees could go like that, and his feet could go like that, but that's due to transformation. You could do the same thing with the other side, forward, backwards. Oh, and that's where one of my issues is gonna come. Legs could go like that, and yeah, you can move the thigh around. Same thing with the other side. Sadly, he has no ankle pivot, so if I went like that, he won't be able to pivot. So he kind of just has his foot up. Now the arms. The arms, which I'll be able to show why I think it's a little outdated. If you have the wings back and the shoulders up, you could do a complete circle on both sides. This figure has a problem with this thing coming out, but you could kind of just push it in. Oh, well, that's something new. Well, you can at least put it back, but there you go. Put it back. A lot of pieces come off with this figure. Oh, well, that was not planned. It's not broken though, so at least I'm glad about that. There you go. Put it back. But this looks like that. Quality could vary between figures, so I'm not sure if everyone had that problem. But again, full circle. Shoulders can move, and this is where an arm could. I think that's I'm not sure how it's called. I'll figure it out. But yeah, those are the arms. They're very limited due to his weapons and hands being molded together on both sides. You could kind of move this, but that's due to transformation. So that doesn't really give you a lot of freedom. But yeah, he's very limited, but not that limited. But now I'm gonna go over the wing articulation, which could go like that, like that, and like that. One problem I have is that when you try to go like that, it could wear off the plastic right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. The plastic wears off a lot. So you could do the same. You could even without the fan mode, in my opinion, you have with the fan mode actually, which I have. Hopefully, doesn't come off. Yeah, it came off. There we go. There we go. In my opinion, you have even more freedom with the wings like that, because you could kind of make him turn when he flies if you have one of those stands. And you can move like that, up like that, back like that. It just has a lot of cool ways to do it. Also, because I didn't mention it, on the back is, I think this part's good, but this part's a little bad in my opinion, due to it being too bland and looking like too much like kibble. But that's the tail if you want to see it from the other side. But yeah, that's his articulation, which it's fairly limited, but it gives you enough dynamic poses to be able to do some cool ones. But yeah, now it's time for the size comparison. Here he is next to Core Class Shockwave. Right there. Next to Core Class Shockwave. Here he is next to. Hold up, let me get him. Just stand straight. Here he is next to Deluxe Ransack. Here he is. Let me get the legs straight for this figure. Here he is next to. Oh. He is next to Premium Finish Optimus Prime, which if I'm not wrong, they're the same class. And then here he is next to Leader Grimlock. I think he's a leader. I hope so. But yeah, but in transform mode. But yeah, it's pretty big for Deluxe, bigger than Optimus, and the same size as Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. Now I'm gonna do the vehicle review. But yeah, I'm gonna do the vehicle review, which, spoiler alert, it's one of my favorites. So wait, hold up. To make it work better, I'm gonna leave this right there. Alrighty, here he is in his vehicle mode, which, man, do I love how it looks, but the transformation, it's a bit complicated. It's easy up till the end, because once you get to the end, then the figure starts telling you that you did something wrong, and some things don't go in like that, which I tried, but I probably did something wrong in the transformation, but I'll just have it like that. I usually have him in robot mode anyways, but if I could, I would have him in vehicle mode, because it's just great. It's kind of weird to transform. Sometimes fun when you're transforming him to jet mode. Other times it could be frustrating, but he definitely feels really outdated with like his transformation. Whoops, ignore that. He feels really clunky sometimes. Yeah, that's all I have to say about his transformation. But for his design, he's actually based on a Saab Gripen jet, which when I Google searched it, which should appear there. Well, it'll probably appear somewhere. But when I Google searched it, doesn't really look like it. The reason I say it's based on a Sab Gripen jet is due to it being based on Nitrozus' jet mode, which his was the Sab Gripen jet. Yeah, I think it looks great. It does great wonders to like justify being called Thundercracker, especially with the red lines and the lightning bolts in his tail wing. But she's great for a Michael Bay Thundercracker. On the bottom, it's meh, especially if you have mistransformed. Obviously most jet formers just wear a backpack of their transformed self, but his transformation is a little weird. So, but the back I think looks great if you have both pieces connected right. They really forgot to put this away, but they really utilize well his machine gun in his arm and the tail to connect it, and I think it looks great. And this thing actually opens, so it's a really neat treat. It's a very neat treat seeing that. I love this jet mode. It's actually my first jet transformer, my jet former. Oh yeah, and this could close and open. He has a hole right there. I don't know if you could see it right there. That you could use to peg it and have him flying if I had a stand, but I don't, because I'm already poor as is. But yeah, you have the you can't really. I was gonna say you got Thursday's back, but you can't because his knees get in the way. But I love this jet mode. The coloring's great. He looks great next to Megatron from the Transformers ride. And yeah, I think the vehicle mode is great, and I'm gonna probably show a size comparison right now of the jet mode compared to the other ones. Here he is compared to Core Class Shockwave transformed. Here he is compared to Ransack Deluxe not transformed. Here he is compared to Voyager Premium Finish Optimus Prime not transformed. And compared to Grimlock Leader Class Grimlock transformed. So he's a pretty big jet. I really like how nice and compact he was able to transform. I just wish the transformation wasn't so janky. But yeah, this is where I give the reviews. I give the robot mode. What I have here is the robot mode a 7.5 out of 10. And the jet mode an 8 out of 10. But now that I did it right now, hands-on, robot mode I think will stay 7.5 out of 10 for how good he is with everything I reviewed. And for just jet mode, I'm gonna bump it down to 7.5, which I used to have it at 8.10. I mean 8 out of 10. And it's because for some reason now when I try to transform them, these pieces won't connect, and it's really easy to get lost in this figure. But yeah, it's fun. Hopefully this video doesn't end up a mess, but that's it. God bless, and I'll probably show my somewhere around here, my Rumble, my YouTube, and my Instagram. So yeah, till next time.
Our worlds are in danger. To save them and the galaxy, we must find the 4 cyber planet keys.